Welcome back to Arkansas Bigfoot. Greetings and salutations to all of our adventurers, scoundrels, hooligans, and friends.
You forgot scallywags.
Scallywag. Hey, if you're not sure which one you are, just move to the middle and we'll sort it out later.
That's right.
It's a little overcast and sprinkling a little bit. I don't think it'll amount to anything, so we're going to get on with our walk out here this evening.
Excuse me.
Well, we've made it to August.
Thank the Lord.
You know what that means, don't you?
More heat.
Yeah, besides that.
All I've got is more heat.
Well, in another month, we'll have made it a full year out here.
Is it a month or two?
Walking back and forth all over everything. Freezing, drizzling, sleet, water up to our knees in a lot of places, a lot of times, thunderstorms. Out here when it's 100 degrees and you can't catch your breath 2 and 3 times a week, sometimes more.
I'd say well worth it.
Doesn't even count the times we come out here at night.
The fun time.
I couldn't count how many miles we've walked back and forth and up and down and all over the place, finding all these structures and footprints and sign and all this other stuff. People catching glimpses of the forest folk out here in the woods, and that's not even counting the bucket after bucket after bucket of food that we brought out here to the trees just to find them every time completely wiped out and empty.
It's really scary, but with COVID, we probably have seen these guys more this year than our closest neighbors. Not scary, just odd.
We've definitely come across some very high strangeness and woo in our adventures out here.
Oh yeah.
That's a year's worth of documenting and showing and sharing, and yeah, the expense of equipment and batteries and fuel and everything else. Woke up the other day and there was a comment on there somebody had posted, and it was in reference to the Junior So-So video. Basically said, I don't like cussing and all of these Bigfoot videos are fake. And I thought, wow, what a hypocritic epiphany there. That's kind of like saying, I hate swimming and getting my hair wet and the swimming pool is nasty, yet I'm going to swim out here in the middle of the deep end where y'all are at to tell you that I hate getting my hair wet and swimming in the pool is nasty. Perfect sense. And we get those from time to time. Some of them a lot more belligerent that I don't let stay on there because it's not fair to everybody else that appreciates and enjoys all of this. And I guess the point I'm trying to make with this conversation, if we were out here trying to perpetuate a joke or pull one over on somebody, we sure as hell wouldn't have wasted an entire year doing everything that we've done and everything that we've gone through to show everything that we've shown and talked about.
Yeah, and it's all, every time we get out here, it feels like there's something different, unpredictable.
Yeah, I've never had the urge to watch anybody else's videos about any other kind of topic, and if I didn't like it or agree with it, to feel like I had to thrust my opinion on it. If I didn't like it, I clicked out and watched something else. I just don't get it. What it reminds me of is when the whole COVID thing started breaking out, just like magic overnight. Everybody was a self-proclaimed medical professional and knew what was better for you than you did.
Human nature. I just saw something fly across ahead of us.
Yeah.
It was white though. Let's keep our eye out when we get up there. Don't know. It's definitely been a lot of miles of getting to know these people and establishing communication and mind speak, understanding what they want from us, and still trying to get there. In a lot of ways, I think that they don't reveal too much at once because, you know, if you knew what was down your path, you'd probably shy away a little bit.
Well, yeah, if everybody knew what was at the end of their highway, they'd hide under the bed.
So I think we kind of get it as we get it, and that's that. That, or if it made a person eager, they might try to jump the gun and hurry an experience because it sounds like it'd be really cool. Everything has its own timing, you know.
And I'm guilty of this in this regard, that when we find these little golden nuggets, we're excited about it and want to jump up and down and share, and then realize after the fact that 40 people have a gun pointed at your back trying to take your spot away.
Or just aren't there yet to understand. So we're having to learn to ask more often about what's to be shared and what's to be ours for the time being. But many of you have been with us since the beginning, and I guess it's our instinct to naturally want to share where we're at. So eventually we'll learn, eventually we'll get it.
It doesn't matter what kind of topic that you're talking about, there's always going to be the ones that jump into a 5-minute section of something and think that they know more about what's going on in your backyard than you do. So I'm not going to worry about it.
But we thank all of you that have supported us in this and have not been afraid to stand up and say that you support us in it. Whether that's by heart, with your donations, anything, everything. I believe that that's who these people are truly working with, or have been working with, and hopefully we're adding more to our group that are of the same mind.
Yeah, I mean, if I was doing this to have $1 million video or something,
It wouldn't be what we're posting.
It wouldn't be what we're posting. And it sure wouldn't have taken a year to try to get to that point.
This feels different. I don't know what I'm getting.
Looks like they've had them a sitting spot here.
Yeah, it's
Scuff marks and stuff all around this.
these logs. Pretty good size to be broken up.
Now, if I was trying to cash in on something, I'd be screaming to the high heavens and posting it on every format that was available.
For sure.
Not a grandstander. Just a little small core of people that we're comfortable enough with and trusted enough with, and that's pretty much where it stays. Well, that looks like a new arch right there. Head back over that way. Yeah, all this kind of looked a little different over here. We'll get on over to the tree and get it fixed up. And if you could see just how badly this girl's legs and everything else are ate up with tick bites and mosquito bites and everything else, we sure aren't out here for a practical joke.
I'm good. I think tick season is past. That was my first experience ever with fighting with ticks like that, as much as we've been in the woods.
Yeah, they're lousy down in here in the spring and early summer.
I got so
The other afternoon we didn't have the camera. We came out and did the trees, and she put some marbles in this box. Just trying to see if anything's different with it.
I put 20 in there.
Yeah, some of them might be pushed down in the sand. I can't tell if all of them are there or not.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Guess they like it.
Well, so far, knock on wood, the mosquitoes haven't really bothered me out here this evening, but the horseflies are ridiculous.
Yeah, it surprises me that the mosquitoes aren't worse, because it's got some lowland that stays moist if it rains. My K is messed up again. They've been into it because I had a big K.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can tell that they've rolled stuff around and moved it around. Well, either a limb just fell or a stick got thrown back there, because I heard it ka-tunk.
I heard it. I didn't get to see it. I was bent over the box. Yeah, when we were out here walking the other day, we had something run up behind us, and it didn't feel like our normal bunch. So I don't know, it could have been one of the older siblings thinking all of a sudden they wanted to get in our space, but I wasn't familiar with it. It kind of made me wrinkle my brow for a minute. But we'll keep our eye out and make sure everything feels good. Other than the heat, it really doesn't feel bad.
Well, here's the misconception that I think most people have about Bigfoot.
Okay, what you got?
Even if they suspect or agree that they've got some strange, mystical, or paranormal ability, they still view them as a physical being that's got some strange ability.
Yeah.
And it's completely opposite of that. They are a
paranormal being.
Paranormal
physical
being.
Capabilities.
Yeah, paranormal being, physical capabilities. It's just the opposite.
Yeah. And that might be the mistake that we're making in how we learn about them, and you know why it's been slow progress. And maybe the only reason that ours accelerated a little bit is because we are very quantum and paranormally minded. Maybe it just enabled a different experience. Limbs up there, the way they're broken and leaning
Well,
down.
that's where the tree came down against it. There is what you're seeing.
Oh, that bigger one. I got
Yeah.
you. That makes better sense.
It's pretty obvious when anybody's witnessed a foot track of 3 or 4, or maybe even longer footprints, and then they just vanish into nothing, like they dropped out of the sky and went back up into the sky.
Well,
on snow or in muddy areas where there should be more after they saw the ending of it.
And we briefly talked about, a lot of times when we find a print, it'll be in the same floor covering, the pine straw, the, leaves, but it'll just be all the way to the ground, as if it was burned just in that spot.
Well, we consistently find them in the same spots out here around these same structures and arches and things like this.
And I can't help but feel or receive that when they come in, they're operating at such a high vibration before they come into a physical nest, that it's the electricity alone creates that spot. And I think it's the same way they beam out. And the way we've had them present around us, invisibly present, very present, just makes me want to deduce that realistically they don't have to ever get into a physical presence unless they want to. So I know what few times we've, been lucky enough to catch it. Really been by their will.
Yeah, I don't know how many hundreds of pictures I've looked at of other people's postings of shadow squats or the blob squats or the tree faces or things like this, and then they see what they see in that, and several others do as well, and then turn around and deny that they have paranormal ability.
I think for most people, they just don't understand what it means, what paranormal ability means. And that's a process, a learning process for everybody.
Basically beyond what you normally do on a daily basis.
What is going on back here? I don't believe there's anything that they're capable of doing that hasn't been proven by our greatest physicists, our greatest science.
No, quantum science has already proven that all of these different layers and different other realms exist. And there's nothing that the Sasquatch are able to do that we haven't been able to do at some point in time, and we've just forgotten it and it's gotten buried. It's not...
Yeah.
Not some big, huge woo factor. Resonance and how they manipulate their ether. That's key to how they move around the way they do. No snakes or lizards or anything jumped out at you, huh?
Nope. I know a skink is a skink, but that was probably my least favorite.
When we got down here the other day, Lumpy was waiting on us right here by the tree.
Yeah. Good old Lumpy.
Well, that looks like butt prints and heel prints and an empty peanut butter cup. I can see some more of it over there on the point of Skunk Bud Island, but
I think that's where they're carrying it off to.
yeah, it's going over and sitting in that big brushy area over there. That's where they were at, you know, when we caught them on the video.
That's their little hearts. I could bring it back over here for me. That light just changed back here.
Yeah.
This is where we were standing when I felt whatever run up, and it ran right up to here. We were just,
Yeah, came up through that way.
and it just dead stopped. Here, we were standing just past. I don't know, it might have been one of the older brothers or... Had the same energy as Junior, but it wasn't Junior.
Well, one of them's been crawled up in there again because you can see it all flattened out now. It was kind of fluffed back up there for a week or two.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe one of the little ones.
Okay, so was that one standing up or was it laying down?
In the middle?
Yeah.
It was standing.
Okay.
Yeah. Still the same right now.
Kind of halfway expecting to find some more new stuff. I don't know what day the full moon is for August.
Should be right at the 1st of the month.
It should be.
It was the night of the 4th of July last month, so probably just a couple more days.
Yeah, maybe a little bit longer than that. When I looked up at the sky last night, it looked like it had a ways to go. So just have to look on the phone when I get back up there. You know, I get the dog's little golf ball they carried back here. Take it back up to the house. That's one of the little Bulldog's chew toys.
Well,
and now all that looks the same right now.
yeah. As is usually the case, if they take something from up there, they bring, leave it where we'll find it. Borrowers.
It left you a pretty rock. I guess that's a fair trade.
True. I'm good with rocks.
Now guys, I wanted to add this clip in. We were walking back up to the house, and this is normally the side of the woods that is opposite of where we hike back and forth over there. And she found the little golf ball back there by that wheel and that.
Wow, look at that.
Here's another one of the dog toys.
Boy, is Rocket gonna be glad.
Took a chunk out of that. Now this is the kind of stuff that they snitch out of the backyard.
Sneak thieves. But sometimes it feels like they're trying to get us to go a certain way, or
Well,
I don't know if there's something to see.
Let's just walk on down this way and see.
This all looks a little bit different.
It's just dark enough in the evening that if I try to zoom in on anything, all it's going to do is make
Blur.
a dark spot or a blur. So
We'll just go a little ways and see if anything strikes us. This whole line. Looks like what do you call that, where they zip
like
line?
a zip line, yeah. I don't think that would hold the weight of any of those, even the little
No.
ones. But
Not even the babies.
yeah. That one. There's this marker across here, another big arch that I don't remember. Big double arch, two of them.
I don't remember this lumber yard over here. Those logs broken.
developing this side up a little bit now. It's like he's been digging in a garbage can. There's some empty drink bottles laying over there.
I don't know. I don't know where he gets them.
Yeah, I think that's one of our baggies laying right there by that tree, that little sapling.
Okay.
I don't remember leaving him a Gatorade bottle, or is that what that is?
We don't buy Gatorade. I mean, not for any reason.
That's definitely one of our baggies.
Well, we had left.
And another bottle over there.
Like 3 bottles right here. They must sit. This is really flat, so maybe they come up and sit.
Well, look how brushy it is right here. You can observe everything and still be hidden, so. Yeah. He's got to be either rooting around in a garbage pile someplace, or maybe finding them along that big creek back there and dragging them up.
Yeah, I guess they might float down too.
Yeah, because we haven't had enough rain in the past month to make anything flood or anything like that, so
No.
they weren't here before.
What in the world is that?
Well,
Thought it looked like a fish, but it's not.
yeah, that's what I thought it was at first, but something else.
No.
And there's another drink bottle. They just like banging on them or popping them, crunching them to make noise or
They
something.
might like the sound of it.
Well, yeah, we probably got him started on the whole bottle fascination, bringing the juice and the other stuff. Yeah, I think we found his other garbage dump. There's another piece of something. Well, it doesn't surprise me. This whole thing leads the other side up through there back to his little man cave.
Look at that one, squitter.
And you mush that one flat, rip the end off of it. Alright, so this has got to be coming out of somebody's garbage can somewhere.
Good Lord.
There's a to-go box and another bottle of something. What is that?
I don't even know. Let me see. That is a squished, some kind of auto spray can.
That Rain X in the
Flat.
Rain X in the spray can. What would be the fascination with that?
I don't know. You know, when I did that, we had that interference that time when I did that podcast. It sounded like a can crinkling.
Yeah.
I don't know if they like the sound or.
Alright guys, we're too dark to record. The image is just going to be grainy, so we will catch you later. Thanks.